Hey everyone, this is Sean from Cars by Sean, and on this video, based on the comments and feedback we received from our previous video, we're gonna do another Saturday special with my honest opinion on this time on the decisions and items to consider when making a decision between buying a used or buying new. Okay, before you skip, I wanted to just summarize five major concerns, five major items we're gonna talk about today. First concern is going to be price. Second concern is going to be cost. Third is going to be the convenience. Fourth constraint is going to be your duration of ownership. And as a item number five, as a fifth item, we'll look into other subjective considerations that you might have. So diving right in, let's start from price. If it is a matter of a budget, if it is a matter of saving money, then definitely used car will be the will be top of your consideration, because when you're getting a new car, we talk about the advantages of getting a new car, but if price is number one, new car is going to be an immediate loss of value. Let's say you're going and getting a $30,000 new vehicle. The moment you take it, the moment you put your name on it as an owner, the moment you drive it off the lot, you're losing at least 10% of the value, meaning $3,000 to $5,000. First year of ownership, you're losing 15 to 20%. Second year, 10%. Every year, you would be losing additional 10 to 15% of value, remaining value of the vehicle. So when it comes to price, of course, used comes ahead of the game. Now let's look into the second item, which is cost. So price and cost sound similar, but they are different. If you remember from our previous Saturday special, we talked about cost of ownership. So cost of ownership is not just the price you're paying for a vehicle. It's also the amount you spend on maintenance, the time you spend on taking the vehicle to shop and all that. When you're buying a new vehicle, of course, your major loss item is going to be depreciation, which I spoke earlier. You bought something for $30,000. 2 years later, it is probably going to be valued at $20,000, depending on the make and the model, right? So that's your um, cost lost. But on a used car, you also gonna need to consider the cost of maintenance, because on new cars, most of them do come with maintenance packages from a dealership, right? But on used cars, it's all you. You bought a vehicle unless you have purchased additional um products, additional features for your vehicle to cover the maintenance costs and to cover, I don't know, some warranty issues. Then you're on your own. So those are the risks that you're taking. It's not necessarily you're gonna have something come up, but you're taking that risk. Which brings us to the third item, which is convenience. So question is, are you confident enough? Are you okay with taking risks of having to maintain your vehicle, deal with mechanics, different shops, I don't know, hunt for used parts or whatnot? If that's the answer, and if the price and cost are major considerations for you, then used will still do it. But when you're buying a new car, you're getting the peace of mind. If something goes south in the first 36,000 or 60,000 miles, depending on the manufacturer, you know that you can go to the dealership you purchased the vehicle from, or to any other manufacturer representing franchise. The warranty will automatically cover it. Do you need to get a new engine? You'll get it. Do you need to get a new transmission? You'll get it. There are all the recalls and stuff happening. So it means you're getting the peace of mind, the convenience that you'll walk into a franchise dealership. You will not have to argue or bargain with anyone about the price. You'll just give your keys to the service representative, sit in a nice lobby, do your work, or have a coffee, and your vehicle will be taken care of. This is the item. This is the consideration for convenience. So if price tag and the costs are not an issue for you, then this is the convenience will push you towards going new. I know people doing that. That's great. They're changing their vehicles every 3 to 5 years. As soon as the manufacturer's warranty expires, they want to get into a new vehicle. Which brings us to the duration. So if you're concerned about price tag, if you're concerned about the cost that you're losing on a new car, besides convenience, one other thing you can consider for is the duration of ownership. If you're buying a new car and if you're telling you, if you know that you're gonna be driving it for, I don't know, at least 7 to 10 years, then your price and the cost of the depreciation is not gonna be a big item for you because you would be losing a lot of money in the first few years. But later, you would be actually, if you have taken care of your vehicle well, if you've maintained it and you know your driving style, right? New car for a longer term can be a better deal than a used car. Why? Because you were the first owner of the vehicle. You know how you have taken care of it. You know you can trust this vehicle because you've been through different situations, right? So in this case, having a vehicle that you owned 10 years ago is a better solution than going and buying a 10-year-old vehicle who you don't know who owned, who you don't know how was maintained. So basically, you'd be taking all those chances. Okay. So one more time, if price and cost is an issue for you on new cars, look at item number 4, duration. Are you planning on getting it for long duration? If the answer is yes, then why not? Okay. We talked about price, we talked about cost, we talked about convenience, we talked about duration, and now let's talk about other subjective items, right? So you might be a fan of certain, let's say, BMW body style. So if that BMW body style was out there between the years of 2011 to 2016, guess what? You will not be able to find that body style in a 2025 BMW. You'll have to get an old one. So this is one item. Some people are fanatics about certain make and models and certain years. That's the only option they have. Um, Comfort and other features. So, mm, like 10 years ago, certain features such as backup camera, um, blind spot monitoring systems, um, automatic brakes, or engine turning off when you are on a traffic light. All these things not too long ago, like 5 to 10 years ago, these were all optional add-ons which cost additional money. But right now, most of the modern vehicles will come with these features. So if you're looking for standardized comfort and other features, other options, then you'll probably need to look into newer cars. Okay. Another item is safety. If safety is your top priority, then you shouldn't go to older used cars. You should stay brand new or newer. Why am I saying that? Because newer vehicles might look a little much safer from the perspective that they are tested vigorously, they are built in such a fashion that they make it safer for both not only the passengers but also uh, people outside the vehicle to protect them from fatal incidents. So let's just summarize. We talked about 4 major items to consider when trying to make a decision between used and new: price tag, the total cost, including the depreciation and cost of ownership, the convenience you're getting, and the duration you're getting it for. Plus, there might be other subjective matters, such as we talked about design, we talked about comfort and options, we talked about safety features, and there might be others that I didn't talk about today. So if you think of any other topics, if you think of any other items that I could have talked about, please let me know in the comments below. And no matter what it is, used or new, I'm sure you're making the right decision, but do consider these items to make sure that you are making the best decision possible. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and let's roll.